गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिस्वी दसादनम् ॐ प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामविद्यवत् ॐ गणेशाय नमः ॐ सरस्वत्यै नमः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः ॐ शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये वागीशाद्या सुमनसः सर्वार्थानामुपक्रमे यं नत्वा कृतकृत्या स्युः तं नमामि गजाननम् वक्रतुंड महाकाय कोटिसूर्य समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ शन्नो मित्रश्यं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमां शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तार भवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं ज्ञानसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि सद्गुरुं तं नमामि नमोऽस्तु ते व्यास विशाल बुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारत तैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमय प्रदीपः श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्य केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवत् व्याप्तदेहाय Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha. Guru Sakshat Param Brahma. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Yasya Sannidhi Matrena Sarve Shishyascha Sevakaha Karmakshetre Pravartante Chinmayam Tam Namamyaham Chinmayam Tam Namamyaham. Welcome back, everybody. We are on page 90. We started those shlokas if you're following with the book. So let us go to, first we will chant the first one. Let me get it. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. Samprapte sannihite kale nahi nahi rakshati dhukrung karane nahi nahi rakshati dhukrung karane. Now let us go to page number 90, shloka number 23. That is where we had left. That is where we started last week. Just to recap that quickly, I'll share that with you. Kastvam koham. I'm sorry. Actually, we had covered. Yeah, 23 and 24. Kastvam koham kuta ayatah kame janani ko me tatah iti paribhavaya sarvamasaram vishvam tyaktva swapna vicharam vishvam tyaktva swapna vicharam. Just to recap a little bit on this, where we had left off last week. In this verse, the Acharya has given some ideas to think for oneself as sadhakas. Iti paribhavaya. Think this way. Consider this. Kahatvam, who are you? Koham, who am I? Ko aham. Kuta ayataha. Where did you come from? Kame janani, who is my mother? Kome tataha, who is my father? Meaning, where are all these relations that have come into my life? How did this happen? Where was I before I was born? From womb to tomb, we have been traveling. And this same idea was given in shloka number 8 as well. Kate kanta kaste putra. Samsaroyam ativa vichitraha kasyatvam kaha kuta ayataha tatvam chintaya. That was the idea that was given. So what does this do? The moment we start thinking about or questioning, where have I come from? Doing this sort of vichara, inquiry, as to my origin, my relations, and to their origin, etc., it will slowly lead us to that primordial cause, what we call as upadana karana. Similar thinking is we are going to cover today. All these relatives, we realize, are of relative importance in our lives. Then this sort of inquiry with this vichara, two of the purusharthas, two of the four purusharthas, artha and kama, they do not start to matter in our lives anymore. So we start to develop more and more desire for satsang, for moksha, developing mumukshutva, desire for moksha. So in this shloka, the few ideas that were given, how to think, what to think, iti paribhavaya, think well, consider it. What? Sarvam asaram. This world is essenceless. When you tyaktva, having abandoned this essenceless world, swapna vicharam, consider thinking or inquire into this dream-like world. We did the detailed analysis on that avastatraya viveka, the three states of our existence: waking, jagrat, swapna. That is dream. Waking is jagrat, swapna is dream, and sushupti, deep sleep. Then we saw how Gaudapadacharya ji, teacher of Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji, in his Mandukya Karika, rejected whatever, whatever we prove like a hypothesis. He rejects which is experienced, which is drushyatvat, similar to how we see in a dream, experience objects. Anityatvat, it is impermanent. He called it the whole thing as, if you experience something, if you see something, it is all mithya. Hence, the inquiry begins as to what is real and what is unreal. That we call as nitya anitya viveka. So this sort of inquiry should lead us slowly to the supreme reality, which is beyond the state of waking, which is beyond the state of dream state, which is beyond the deep sleep state. We saw that shloka from Atma Bodha as well. Samsara swapna tulyo hi ragadveshadi sankulaha swakale satyavat bhati prabodhe satya sadbhavet. Meaning, this whole world is like a dream. Swapna tulyo hi ragadveshadi sankulaha, full of attachments, as though it is bound us, aversions. Swakale satyavat bhati, as though it appears real, but one awakens to this true knowledge, true wisdom, prabodhe sati, asat bhave, it becomes unreal. Then we will go to the next shloka, number 24. And if you are following in the book, it is page number 94. Tvayi mayi chanyatraiko vishnuhu vyartam kupyasi maya sahishnuhu. Bhava samachitta sarvatratvam Vanchasya chiradyadi vishnutvam Tvayi mai chanyatraiko vishnuhu Vyartam kupyasi maya sahishnuhu Bhavasamachitta sarvatratvam Vanchas. I'm sorry, I should have shared that. Vanchasya chiradyadi vishnutvam. Tvayi mayi, in you and in me. Cha, and anyatra, elsewhere. Ekah, that one consciousness is in you, is in me, is everywhere. Vyartam kupyasi mai asahishnuhu. You are unnecessarily getting angry, impatient with me. And the teacher says, Samachittaha bhava. Make your mind calm, become equipoised, become even-minded. Yadi achirat. If you want to know that Vishnutvam, that all-pervading, omniscient, we have to become even-minded, he says. No raga, no dvesha, no likes and dislikes. And we saw all this detailed analysis and quotes from Bhagavad Gita and Samachittatvam, that state of equipoise, equanimity, all that we saw last week. Now we will move to shloka number 25 today. Okay. Shatrau mitre putre bandhau, shatrau mitre putre bandhau, ma kuru yatnam vigraha sandhau, ma kuru yatnam vigraha sandhau, shatrau mitre putre bandhau, ma kuru yatnam vigraha sandhau, sarvasminnapi pashyatmanam, sarvasminnapi pashyatmanam, sarvatrotsruja bedhagnanam, sarvatrotsruja bedhagnanam, shatrau mitre, together, putre bandhau, ma kuru yatnam vigraha sandhau, sarvasminnapi pashyatmanam, sarvatrostruja bedhagnanam. So far, in our study of this text, where have we come to? That divinity in all of us, we need to, recognize that essential nature, that divinity, that Jiva is Paramatma, all the divine manifestations in the world. When you visit Grand Canyon here in Arizona, or when you go to Niagara Falls, or when you go to Sedona, when you see these divine manifestations in Jagat, you recognize his divine nature. Therefore, I should not have any raga and dvesha, no hatred. I need to develop that samatvam, samachittatvam. That has been the theme. But in order to gain this knowledge, it takes a lot of effort. Just like when we need to study physics or any other graduate school studies, we go through that for several years. So this sadhana is also for over a period of time. So we need to be careful not only to avoid distractions in our sadhana, but we need to ensure that we don't pursue false pursuits. For that reason, the Acharya here is saying, Shatrau mitre, the enemy and to the friend, putre, to the son, bandhau, to the relatives, ma kuru, don't do what? Yatnam, effort. Effort for what? Vigraha sandhav. We separate with them, we make it up with them, we join them. Vigraha sandhav means separation and joining. Sarvasminnapi, third line, in all beings, in everything, sarvasmin. What Acharya is saying here is, don't waste your effort in all these false pursuits. See, what do? We like to have contacts with the ones we like, the ones who praise us. We want to be with them. One who likes us or who we like, we would like to be with them. Do you know, people say, do you know how many likes I have on my Facebook page for this? Or how many followers I have on LinkedIn? So the old friends are leaving because of new misunderstandings, and they consider you as their enemy now. And the people also tell us, like, I have to attend this party today here, one in their house, because if I don't go, they will not come whenever there is a party in my house. Venkatesh ji, I cannot come to the class because we have a function going on today, and so on. But anyway, your videos are available on YouTube. I will watch it later. Then there is putreshana, vitteshana. I have to work for the sake of money. I have to take kids to soccer, swimming, taekwondo, karate. No time for myself. In short, what are we doing constantly is trying to please people. Dave Ramsey says this, trying to please people that we do not like, with the money we do not have. Yaf pashyati, sa pashyati. Or even better, pashyannapi na pashyati. Even if we see it, we do not want to acknowledge it. So, vigraha sandhau yatnam makuru. Separation and joining. Don't waste time, Acharya says, in this psychological, verbal fighting, argument, separation, making up, patching up. Drop this obsession of all these pursuits, because these are all impermanent things. It will come and go. Shatrau mitre. Some look at you as your friends. Some look at you as your enemies. Even within the family. Some even our own relatives. World will constantly judge us differently. We can't stop that. So where should I put my effort? Let me share this shloka. Sarvatrotsruja. Everywhere give up. Cease this effort. What? Vedha agnanam. Duality. The division created by that sense of difference, created or born out of the ignorance. Agnanam, giving up that. Atmanam pashya. Pursue your own self. See, what a beautiful way to look at life. To one who is looking at life this way, he is samachittaha. He has an equanimous mind. This means to him, the friend and the foe are the same. Samam shatrau mitre vishaye chittam yasya saha samachittaha. Since Vishnutvam achirad vanchati, since we are interested in Vishnutvam, since we are interested in moksha, we need to spend quality time on our spiritual sadhana. So he is saying, forget the politics in our own families, in our own society, within our own companies that we work in, within our own spiritual institutions. Give up. Utsrujya Beda Agnanam. Give up these differences created by ignorance, created by this avidya. And what? Sarvatra Atmanam Pashya. See that oneness everywhere. So, keeping up with our tradition, let us do some vihara to get some Upanishadic references. First, let us start with Bhagavad Gita. Uddare datmanatmanam atmanam avasadayet atmaiva hyatmano bandhuhu atmaiva ripuratmanah. You lift, Bhagavan Krishna says, you lift your mind by yourself. It becomes your friend. You train that to pursue higher goals. If we start to give importance and lower ourselves to the hatred and false values, we are cheating ourselves. We become our own enemy. So we have to be careful how to avoid all these situations in life. Then we already saw this last week, this shloka. Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. 2-48. In that he says, perform action in this world by abandoning the attachment to it, being steadfast in yoga or balance, success and failure, that evenness of mind, samatvam yoga uchyate. Very important shloka. The key, see, in any company, action without vision creates division. That's why even in the company, we first create a vision statement. This is where we want to be. Mission statement. And vision without action, what? It remains an imagination. It remains on paper. It might be a fantastic strategy, but if there is no good implementation plan, it's not going to cut it. It'll remain on paper. Only when the vision and the action, they come together, then there is transformation. So when we do that, Veda Vedagnanam sarvatra utsruja. Give up this attachment, perception of differences, all that. That is the first thing that he has given advice. Second thing is, when you do that, sarvasmin api atmanam pashya. Focus on that non-dual atma, where sarvatra, everywhere, in every being. To advise. So to recognize that one eternal source, expressing through different names and forms. Nama, Rupa, we say. We need to change our vision, the way we think. That's why we say, Yata Drushti Tata Srushti. Then the world around us will change. Kathopanishad also, in a very poetic way, it says, Agnir Agniryathayiko bhuvanam pravishtaha rupam rupam pratirupo babuva ekastata sarva bhutantaratma rupam rupam pratirupo bahischa. Just like a fire, when we light a lamp, may have different forms of wick. For Aarti, one type of flame, different these things come. Same way, truth burning in different bosoms, in different beings, expresses as good, bad, noble, etc. You get the drift. A similar theme is expressed in Ishavasya Upanishad in Shloka 6 and 7. Yastu sarvani bhutani atmanyevanu sarva bhuteshu chatmanam tato na vijugupsyate. For the one who has realized that oneness, there is one substratum for all the things and beings. There is no hatred for anything. Similar thing. Yasmin sarvani bhutani atmaiva bhudvijanatah tatra ko moha kashyokah ekatvam anupashyatah. For that person, there is no grief, no shoka, there is no delusion, no moha, because he sees ekatvam, oneness everywhere. Okay? I think that should be enough references for this shloka. With that, we will go to the next shloka today, shloka number 26, and the page number is number 90. I'm sorry, page number 90, 103 in your text. We will chant this first. Kamam krodham lobham moham. Kamam krodham lobham moham. Yaktvatmanam pashyati soham. Yaktvatmanam pashyati soham. Atmagnana vihina mudhaha. Atmagnana vihina mudhaha. Te pachyante naraka nigudhaha. Te pachyante naraka nigudaha kamam krodham lobham moham tyaktvatmanam pashyati soham. Together. Kamam krodham lobham moham tyaktvatmanam pashyati soham. Atmagnana vihina mudaha te pachyante naraka nigudaha. Kamam, desire. Krodham, anger. Lobham, greed. Moham, delusion. Tyaktva, having abandoned. Atmanam pashya. Bhavaya, consider. Try to know yourself, your essential nature. Start questioning. Koham, who am I? See, kama, krodha, moha. They are like the VIPs. Kama, krodha, moha. They are like the VIPs, the dignitaries of negativities. Give up these, he says. Tyaktva, giving up these impurities of the mind. What is kama? A desire, passion, obsession with the world. Mind being always extrovert, not introvert, extroverted pursuits. We've seen that already. As long as my desires are getting fulfilled, I am happy. If it does not happen once, I might ignore it. If it doesn't happen a few times, what happens? I am angry. Krodha. We have already seen this ladder of fall in the earlier shloka when we depicted that 2-62 and 2-63 from Bhagavad Gita. Just to recap, dhyayato vishayan pumsah sangasteshu pajayate sangat sanjayate kamah kamat krodho bhijayate krodha krodho abhijayate krodhat bhavati sammoha sammohat smriti vibramah smritir bramshat buddhinashah buddhinashat pranashyati. We have seen that drama. So kamah, kamam, krodham, lobham. Greed. Greed, you see, is not just the inability to give up something we have, but we want more and more. Moham, delusion. Delusion, is what? It is a false sense of security in impermanent things. That's how Vedanta defines it. Jagati satyatva buddhi. Mistaking unreal to be real. That is moha. How we see that rope and the snake examples that we use to describe this phenomena, the post and the ghost example, all this you have seen. Tyaktva, abandon, give up these false pursuits. That's what Acharya is saying. After giving up, Atmanam Pashya, Pashya, Bhavaya, consider this, try to know what? Koham, question, who am I? Sarvatram ekatvam, sarvatra ekatvam Pashya. See that oneness in everything. How? Soham bhavena Pashya. Recognizing that one reality in me is the same reality everywhere. I am that. My true nature or essential nature is that. If one were to ask, how is this possible? I am a limited jiva, alpagna, know a little bit here and there, that I am the same of that of all pervading, all knowing Brahman. Like Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi Ji says, Naham Deham Koham Soham. I am not this body. Then who am I? I am that. That I am. When I remove, how is that possible? When I remove these conditioning of my body, mind, and intellect, and all that inert matter, the conditioning that the consciousness is within, that pervades me, is the same consciousness that is in all the beings, that pervades the world. If I understand this, that is Vedanta. If I do not understand, Atmagnana Vihina Mudhaha. Those who do not understand this Atmagnana, this knowledge of the self. Here, Acharya says, they are Mudhaha. They are deluded people. Fools, in short. They are Atma Vanchakas. That's how the Bhashya says. They are often moody. English, moody. Sometimes they are happy, sometimes they are sad, sometimes they are angry. Because our mind is like this. Come to Vedanta class. I was not in a mood today, we say. What I know about myself is a big misunderstanding. That is why even with the world, we often have misunderstanding. The author of this shloka, Bharati Vamsha, gives this punchline at the end. Here you have the opportunity to learn in this Narajanma, in this human birth, pursue the path of Atmagnana. Atmagnana Vihina Mudhaha. What happens? Pachyante. Naraka Nigudaha. Pachyante. See, there is a cooking class in hell. Naraka. In Bhagavatam, there is a big description of the Kumbi Paka Naraka. There is a huge description that they fry this jiva. Deep frying, not baking. They fry in oil like pakodas. Very high temperature. All this is said so that we get the Atma Gnanam with a sense of urgency here and now. A similar theme is expressed by Shankaracharya ji in Vairagya Dindima. Kamaha krodhascha lobhascha dehe tishtanti taskaraha gnana ratna apaharaya tasmat jagrata jagrata. Shankaracharya ji warns there are three thieves. Who are they? Our VIPs, our dignitaries. Kama, Krodha, Lobha. Desire, anger, and greed. They loot away what? The hidden Gnana Ratna. That precious gem hidden within us. He says, Jagrata, Jagrata. Be alert, be vigilant. In Bhagavad Gita also, Bhagavan Sri Krishna describes the three gateways to hell. In the 16th chapter, 21st shloka, Trividham narakasyedam dvaram nashanamaatmanah kama krodhastata lobha tasmadetattrayam tyajet. Same theme. In our Shastra, a place of suffering is called hell. It can be here, it can be somewhere, right? The root cause of suffering is threefold: desire, anger, greed. Kama, Krodha, Lobha. How do we get over Kama? Asankalpat jayet kamam. No fanciful thinking, no fanciful wishes to take root in our minds. And greed is removed by understanding. We have already seen this in the earlier shlokas, the calamitous nature of the wealth, pleasure and comfort. It is educating the intellect about the futility of the worldly pursuit. It is called as developing dosha drushti. We have seen that earlier. Krodham kama vivarjitam. Anger will not get its legs, no force, without desires. That is why we say moksha gnana or brahma gnana, our Swamiji used to say, does not remove problems. Moksha gnana will not give you moksha. It tells you we are Nitya Shuddha Buddha Atma. It gives us the understanding that we have no problems. The problems are owned up by our ego, ahankara. That is why we say ego. That's why I say ego is not your amigo. You have to let it go. It gives me that wisdom. Moksha Gnana gives me that wisdom to handle the situations in life. We can suffer, get tortured by them by owning up the problems. Create a hell for ourselves right here. Or put forth the right effort to pursue the Brahma Gnana, Atma Gnana. That choice is ours. With that, we'll conclude here. I would like you to stay back for the Q&A session. It is getting interesting. We will chant the next verse today, and we will go through the analysis next week. Geyam Gita Nama Sahasram Dhyeyam Shripati Rupa Majasram Geyam Gita Nama Sahasram Dhyeyam Rupati Rup Shripati Rupamajasram Neyam Sajjana Sange Chittam Neyam Sajjana Sange Chittam Deyam Dina Janaya Chavittam Deyam Dina Janaya Chavittam Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. May all be healthy. May all be happy. May all see auspiciousness. May none suffer. Om, peace, peace, peace.